Cambodia blocks Angkor Wat resorts will allow stop the dam at East UNESCO site. The Cambodian government's decision to reject plans for a resort complex next to Angkor Wat stands in stark contrast to other projects threatening one of Southeast Asia UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The Luang Prabang Dam in Laos pours acute links to the ancient capital, and the case of Cambodia's Angkor Lake of water may offer a bucket a way forward. Editorial. The Cambodian Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts announced on March 23 that it has rejected a proposal to build the theme park and resort less than a kilometer from Angkor Wat Temple Complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Reasonable Casino operator Naka Corp had announced plans for the Angkor Lake of water, a 350 million US dollar, 75 hectare development that the company has compared to Disneyland. The company says the resort would not include any gambling facilities. It impacts the development and the heritage, so we do not allow it. Some map Secretary of State for the Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts told the independent news network Cambodia. The government's stance is to protect the water of Angkor, so any projects that impacts Angkor or the development will not be allowed. Naka Corp owns Cambodia's largest gambling resort, Angkor Wat, and holds exclusive rights to operate casino in Phnom Penh. Gambling is illegal for all Cambodian citizens, but permitted for foreigners in select contexts. The government's decision is notable in part because of the contrast to a control oversight plan that threatens another of Southeast Asia prominent UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the ancient Lao capital of Luang Prabang. The government of Laos is pushing ahead with the construction of a large hydropower dam just upriver from Luang Prabang on the mainstream of the Mekong River. In February, UNESCO required that Laos carry out a new assessment of the dam's impacts, including risk analysis and ecological impact assessment, and the Lao government has so far said it will complete. The Luang Prabang Dam poses major threat to the country's most famous World Heritage Site, as it is located less than 10 kilometers from a major fault line. Geologists have said the dam is highly critics of the project said its development and social impacts would transform or destroy the World Heritage Site. I for to understand how the government can even think for a second for promoting such a dam project that would turn the World Heritage Site into the lake or World Reservoir. Min Cha-Jiang, the former deputy director of UNESCO World Heritage Center, told the diplomat in December the impact would be devastating. It appears the Cambodian government is willing to do what's necessary to protect one of these icons of national heritage, even if it means causing friction with the country's most powerful business interests. The Lao government seems unable to do the same. This likely is a question of valuing national history or identity, but of political will. The Lao government has doubled down on hydropower as its vehicle for economic development to the point that it no longer matters what's at stake. The Luang Prabang Dam is a joint venture between the Lao government, Thailand's Khan Chang, and Vietnam's Petro-Vietnam but the Lao leadership has so far expressed no reservations about letting foreign interests thrive and devastating projects that may wipe out a portion of the country's national heritage. UNESCO and national identity, while the unique lore, the Cambodian government reportedly made its decision based on advice from the National Coordinating Committee for Angkor Wat Strategy to help support and project the archaeological park. The February UNESCO issued a strategy classification of Naka Corp's plans and concluding that the proximity of the project to the protected buffer zones of the site, as well as the scope that concept of the planned activities could impact Angkor Wat. UNESCO said a number of third parties has voiced concern about the resort. The proposal project by NACA has been rejected. Future proposed development activities from NACA or other public and private companies need to be in compliance with World Heritage, while some have told Nikkei Asian in an interview. For our internal discussions and political process took place, Cambodia authorities placed with UNESCO's assessment, or at least realized the bad optics involved in going against the UN body. UNESCO also specifically reflects the potential impact on the development around the temples. It effectively said the Cambodian government would be held to account if it put destructive development in area of writing. UNESCO is certain that Cambodian authorities remain fully committed to the implementation of the World Heritage Convention, and we are ensured that the protection of environment at the heart of the decision making processes relation to the property and its surroundings. UNESCO also acknowledged to the government's commitment to the population guidelines of the World Heritage Convention with it comes to deal with large-scale infrastructure projects, keeping in mind the balance between sustainable development and cultural conservation. The questions of environmental and social impacts mean normally will be matter of course in benefits, but as Cambodia had already made the commitment to its national heritage, their arguments carry a weight that other criticisms could stand. The Lao government has the same commitments to Luang Prabang Historical Center of Buddhism of Southeast Asia, and the set of one of its major empires. Matrix Lursler, director of the UNESCO World Heritage Center, turned radio, phrased that Laos must now carry out the new social impact assessment for a dam because UNESCO has found that the first study done by dam developers was inadequate. For us, the question is if this is any impact on the outstanding universal world of the World Heritage Site. So, for example, there could be major disasters such as the dam break and security that safety issues for the population. Roster said citing statements by the Intergovernmental Mekong River Commissions. The government has said that UNESCO may revoke Luang Prabang's World Heritage status if the project doesn't meet central rules of regulation.